Going live. Going live. Live from the rinks in Hauppauge, New York, we welcome you to this presentation of Suffolk County High School Hockey League 50th anniversary season, Wednesday night Varsity on LI Sports Network. And here we are, ready to get things going again for another exciting tilt between two legacy squads as the Northport Huntington Tigers face off against the St. Anthony's Friars. Mike Kolandrick here, back in, ready to bring you the action alongside my partner in crime. With me, to the left of me, is Ryan Harrington. And yes, these two teams, no strangers to each other one bit. In the first three head-to-head matchups, each of them went home with a victory and a tie. That tie came all the way back last year in a frantic four-period battle, which culminated in a late game comeback by the Tigers, coming back from the brink and sending St. Anthony's to sudden death, which ultimately ended up without a winner. And well, the Tigers, they made sure to lead last season with bragging rights over the eventual county champions when they defeated the Friars 5-0 in ultimate fashion. But St. Anthony's would remember that defeat and give it back to Northport Huntington by taking them down 6-0 earlier this season. And the trending storylines for these two teams, well, both of them have been experiencing the highs and lows of this season, with the Friars finally back in championship form after a struggling start to the season. They have been red hot lately. Unlike Northport Huntington, who is looking to end a major losing streak, which began on November 7th, when they fell to Middle Country in overtime 3-2. And up until that point, the Tigers have yet to go home with a victory. They look to pick up the big W tonight that can help them get back on the right track as they aim to put away a 4-game losing skid. St. Anthony's, on the other hand, for them, it's all about sticking to their strengths, avoiding the penalty box, and getting on the score sheets first. which they've had the luxury of doing for the past couple of games. And they got the players that will deliver in that department, with names like Nicholas D'Andrea, the team leading goal scorer, the team leading points getter, one of the best overall players in the varsity division. He'll have plenty of help with names in the lineup tonight, like Brady Monteleone, Gavin Cotta. We'll see if his aggressiveness contributes to Northport Huntington here tonight, as it's been for many other teams this season. And maybe this is a different result that Northport Huntington will experience as they get their starting goaltender back in between the pipes, who has been sidelined for the last few weeks due to injury, and there he is on the ice, Angel Spinelli. Will this be a gift from above for him and his team as they try to replicate the performance they had last January against the Friars? It's all coming up very shortly right here on Wednesday Night Varsity. Great to be here again for the action, as always. Final strategies being implemented here as the two starting netminders take their positions. And for the Northport Huntington Tigers, breaking news, it will not be Angel Spinelli, as I previously thought, as Evan Schubert gets the starting nod in goal opposite of St. Anthony's Friars' Ryan Berhardt. We are underway here in the first period. And it's tossed in immediately by the Friars for icing. This will move the face-off draw inside St. Anthony's zone. This gives us a chance to meet the veteran goaltender Ryan Berhardt, making his 7th start of the year for head coach Robert Lund. Hasn't had the best of starts this season, but with the way this team has been performing, it might be a change as well for Berhardt, as he's able to smother that one up. Northport Huntington with that heavy artillery consisting of 3 PAL Junior Islander products. And now it's Nicholas D'Andrea. Save made off the glove of Schubert's, the first one accounted for by the new coming varsity netminder, who started the majority of games in nets alongside Haley Martin last year at the JV level. Sabaglio placed this one off the boards. Norris sends it up further, but couldn't make the connection to Collins. And it's tossed back in deep by Smith. Friars making a line change. Nice effort down low there, practically from his stomach by Nicholas D'Andrea, but to no avail. St. Anthony's, however, keeping the pressure in the zone. Can't connect that time, as Colavecchio and Valenti will reset on the defense. Tossed in the neutral zone, gathering this one with speed and getting there first will be Gerard Nealon. Nealon, another PAL Junior Islander product, representing the Friars tonight. Here comes Ryan Collins. Collins muscled off there by Valenti. So he gets himself back in position. Here's Collins to retrieve it, playing this one off the boards and back into the hands of the Friars it goes. Gavin Cotta on the ice. A few weeks back, on Thanksgiving Eve, he picked up a natural hat trick over the SCHSHL Hockey Club. You have to wonder what he will do tonight against this formidable opponent by the name of the Northport Huntington Tigers. Nealon being pressured behind the goal there by Brown, feeds it in front, couldn't make the connection with Monteleone as Collins tries to escape from the clenches of Nealon. Makes the connection with Ioannidis. Ioannidis running into traffic there as the Friars get the possession back. Valenti with a little flip in close quarters to his intended target as this one gets chipped into neutral zone. Savaglio falling to the ice in an inadvertent collision there with Michael Terry, and Terry plays this one in deep. St. Anthony's looking for their second win of the week after shutting out Ward Melville 3-0 on Monday night as this one goes for icing. A little more on Evan Schubert as we get a little bit of time here to highlight the Tigers netminder. Schubert making his 5th start in between the pipes, as both him and Halen Martin have done their duties in terms of coming in and trying to get Northport Huntington back in the win column, as Angel Spinelli's been sidelined with the injury, as I alluded to at the top of the broadcast. Here's a Gapanov in front, couldn't make the connection there as Terry gets dragged down there by Ruthkowski, the Long Island Rebels product. Here's Kyle Jablonski, Long Island Goals product, tossing this one in deep softly. Marcasada runs heavily into Savaglio, who's able to jump out of the zone and move in with a head full of steam. Savaglio, cross-ice feed. Connection was there, but it wasn't clean onto the, just missing the stick of Agafonov. Players converging there in the neutral zone as Cochran plays it to the near side. Now Dylan Smith trying to work away from pressure. He plays it off the boards, but it's relinquished back to the Tigers. And offsides is called. There's that dangerous tandem of Michael Agafonov and Billy Collins, looking to do anything they can to get the Tigers out in front first here in the opening period. They'll take a breather for the time being as this brings back Blake Brown on the ice alongside Jake Giacoppi, 2 former JV players. St. Anthony's getting to the goal there, not able to put it home as a delayed penalty is called. It'll be touched up by the Tigers, which will put them on the penalty kill first tonight. Matthew Morandi in for holding. And St. Anthony's will go to the power play first. Friars enter this matchup accounting for the 3rd most power play goals in the varsity division with 11, just 2 behind Sachem. And a little more, or just in front of Sachem by 3 is KPC. Meanwhile, Northport Huntington try to survive this one. Whether they do it naturally with the penalty kill or they get the job done with a shorthanded goal. And for them, they lead the varsity division. Actually, them and St. Anthony's tied for the most shorthanded goals with 5 apiece. So both of them will try to use their strengths here to break this deadlock score early. Already 5 minutes gone by without a goal being scored, and another clear by the Tigers. Burhart plays it to the near side. It'll be carried back through the neutral zone by Nealon. Nealon drops in the trailer. Monteleone trying to cross to the other side. Monteleone fires. Can't get a good shot off on that one. Kata controlling. Drops it back to Monteleone. Monteleone deals it back to the point. Colavecchio, fadeaway try, save, scramble, loose in front. Everyone jabbing there for it. No one able to come up with it. Another chance. Save made by Schubert, and the rebound almost got slammed home by Nealon. Tigers just in time making the big clear. St. Anthony's down to their final 15 seconds on the man advantage. Back in the zone, Thomas Colavecchio. He scored a big goal a few weeks back. The one that ended KPC's undefeated season as this one trickles off a body in front. That goal by Colavecchio scored in overtime to give St. Anthony's the big 3-2 win. Also, pretty much confirming this team's resurgence back in this season after what could be said a championship hangover was the big storyline for the first few months, or the first 2 months in this case. Right off the draw, this one skips wide. As Gafanov's able to locate this one off the wall, trying to get by Mancini. He's held off there. As this one gets played in deep, Alamia being guarded there by Brown. Couldn't clear it out. Rutkowski with the keep, throws it in front. It bounces around as Gafanov finds Collins feeding in front to Brown and almost finishing it off. Heavy collision there between Mancini and Gafanov, and evidently Mancini lost his stick. Meanwhile, in the Tigers zone, Friars creating more pressure. But they get forced away as Valente picks it up. This one gets played to the near wall. Gafanov with the steal. He's got Collins in the picture with him. Collins couldn't make a play happen as this one gets tossed in deep by Michael Terry, who will retreat to the bench alongside Grisiak. Back in the zone, Collins leads a man in front. Ioannidis couldn't connect there. Little under 7 minutes left here in the first. Thomas Colavecchio banks this one off the boards. Collins has it again for the Tigers. He further banks it the other way, but can't make the connection ahead to Norris. Morandi, little friendly fire there with Norris as D'Andrea hounds it down from Collins. Nicholas D'Andrea tried to throw it in front to no avail. Heavy body check delivered inside the zone by one of the Friars. Trying to get a number on that, and I believe it was Colavecchio who dealt it across the front. Score! Wow! A lightning quick connection that culminates with Thomas Colavecchio punching home the game's first goal. An audible shift right there for Thomas Colavecchio as he rumbles his way to another goal this season. And that's for Colavecchio. It's his third here in his 10th game played. As Northport Huntington looks to respond with 5.5 to go here in the first. Friars with that sustained pressure being exemplified here. But the Tigers coming out within, back in the zone they come. Billy Collins feeds it in front, save made by Burkhart, and he holds up. And this is another look at what led to the goal by Colavecchio. Started in the corner with this big hit. And pardon me, that was not Thomas Colavecchio who threw the body check. By the looks of it, it might have been either Gavin Cotta or, surprisingly, Nicholas DeAndrea who delivered the big blow. Terry tried to feed it ahead to Griciak to no avail. Cochran trying to stuff this one down low. He gets muscled into the boards. Northport Huntington looking to clear the zone, and back in they come. Collins re-engaging with the Friars. Billy Collins. Savaglio tosses this one wildly. It missed. Rebound put out in front. Got intercepted by the Friars. Getting his way by Gafanov that time was Griciak, as Dylan Smith juggles this one before he gets played again by the Tigers. Collins. Brian Collins tried to navigate through pressure there, able to get it in the zone as Brown comes back into the picture. Down low, feed in front, save made. May got blocked there by a skate as Colavecchio in this dangerous Friars trio back in, just sending it wide as he had Nicholas DeAndrea charging on the far side. DeAndrea plays it down low. Morandi knifes this one to the near side, kept alive by the Friars with another chance, and it's pushed away by Schubert. And further canceled down for icing. Again it goes. St. Anthony's regathering it. Cochran. Dylan Cochran, the Long Island Royals product, banking this one out of the zone as it missed a few sticks ahead. And the Tigers get it back, then ping-pong it back to the Friars. Here's Smith. Smith feeds it ahead, and it gets pushed back. Good positioning there by the Tigers. Michael Agafonov with the steal. Agafonov fires, save made by Burkhart. Not a lot from the Tigers this period so far when it comes to the offense. Unlike St. Anthony's, who has gotten ahead here in the opening frame. Nicholas DeAndrea looking to feed it back in front, and it gets turned over. DeAndrea tried to make it that diving block there to preserve the Friars' possession. But instead, St. Anthony's is forced all the way back in their zone. Valenti flips this one to the near wall. Just trickling upon the line there. Agafonov with the keep, almost dealt it across. And it's thrown in front, but intercepted again by the Friars, who come roaring back in the zone. Nealon in with speed. And Colavecchio at the side of the net couldn't do anything with that one as it's stopped by Schubert. And where do you use, and where the shots on goal department stands? That's what it was a few moments ago. Now this is what it is. Bid 11-6 St. Anthony's. That goal by Thomas Colavecchio, which helped the cause for that trend. This one takes a ride off the boards. Gerard Nealon hunting it down. getting tangled up there with Savaglio as Eric Kraft connects with Savaglio, pushing ahead. He's got Ioannidis on the far side. Savaglio throws it in front. It's pushed away by Burkhart. St. Anthony's gets it back. Nealon charging back in the zone. He's got Monteleone beside him. Nealon forced off the puck as we reach the final minute of play here in the burst. Jablonski plays it to the near side. Kata flips it across. Jablonski at the top. Saves Schubert, and he holds up. But not without an extra poke there to Nealon, who favors his hand as he leaves the zone and heads back to the bench. Doesn't appear there will be any penalties on that, so we'll have another draw instead. Cochran feeds it across from the top again. This one just trickles wide. Rebound. DeAndrea tried to pop it home to no avail. Cochran gets it back as the Tigers couldn't clear the zone. This one bounces off a leg, forces the Friars out. St. Anthony's trying to reset quickly. Final 20 seconds of play here in the first. Cochran in front. Kolenecchio blocking there and made inadvertently by Nicholas DeAndrea. Had he not been there, I think Kolenecchio would have gotten a better chance on that one. Here's another try in front. Last second save made by Evan Schubert as the first period expires. 1-0 the score. St. Anthony's on top. Face-off draw ready to begin. St. Anthony's left the first period leading 14-6 in the shots on goal department. Leading the game as well, 1-0 on the lone goal by Thomas Kolenecchio for his third of the season. Gaffinoff finishing his check on Monteleone. Couldn't knock St. Anthony's out of the zone. Here's Valente rushing in the corner to try to get towards the net. Kept alive by St. Anthony's, tossed across. Kolenecchio will receive it off the wall and play it down low. Kolenecchio waiting in the shadows, looking for the puck. As this one gets chipped wide by Kata. Gavin Kata taking the task heavily by Michael Agafonov as those two mix it up. And Agafonov comes up with the possession, takes this one in deep with a toss to the end boards. Recollected there by Colavecchio, who deals it ahead. And it'll be further pushed in, but the Tigers come back to preserve. Or the Tigers prevent that from happening, and it was Robert Savaglio on the defense making the play before Colavecchio got to the puck. Michael Gaffinoff, but a physical shift ongoing for the Tigers as Blake Belt enters the zone. Belt throws it in front, just missing a Gaffinoff, who was right there awaiting for the tip. Played wildly around the wall by Savaglio, and this benefits the Tigers. Billy Collins putting on the afterburner, slamming on the brakes. He's being hounded by Valenti. Collins with a nifty toe drag maneuver as he tries to escape from the clenches of Valenti. Beckman moves in the zone as Norris, or Kraft in this case, tried to play that one. Around the wall it goes. Matsuliona, pardon me, Grishak flips it ahead. Here is Marcus Sada trying to get by Collins. Good job by the Tigers to prevent the Friars there. Here's Collins again. Billy Collins just missing the net. Coming into the picture to try to make something happen is Totura, number 87, as Beckman feeds it in front. Totura almost gets a piece of that one. As Jack Mancini takes off. Mancini couldn't get in the zone as he lost control of the puck. There's a chance back in, and just missing off the stick of Beckman. Here's Dylan Smith flying back onto the ice. Starting from the defensive zone and making his way back into enemy territory. Dylan Smith and the Friars, but another chance in front. This one nearly made its way through. Evan Schubert was ready to make the stop as he was in full split mode. Rutkowski at the top, just sending this one over the goal. Side of the net chance. Tigers couldn't come up with it cleanly. Gaffinoff trying to poke it there, and that one gets swiped down. Friars pushing back in the zone. Nicholas D'Andrea just hitting the outside of the net. Had a good look, short side there. Castiglione plays it back down low. Rutkowski trying to clear the zone as he turns this one by the wall. Tigers at the top trying to escape the zone. Rutkowski spins it back towards the top again. Friars with the keep. Rutkowski shaken up. He stays on the ice, but visibly in discomfort as this chance is denied by Schubert. Another opportunity. Colavecchio, that one is phased as well. Played out of the zone. It'll be carried back in. Trying to get there and to try to preserve the possession was Belt that time as Nicholas D'Andrea flies back in, cuts to the goal, couldn't finish strong there on the forehand. A nice effort, nonetheless, by D'Andrea, who will take a break for the time being as we get an arm up in the air. It's a penalty. And by the looks of it, it's going against Thomas Colavecchio of the Friars. He will sit for 2 minutes as Northport Huntington for the first time tonight goes to the power play. Shot 17-14, St. Anthony's. Big chance here for the Tigers to tie things up as they enter this matchup with 5 power play goals this season. Savaglio Through traffic, denied there by Berhart. May have hesitated just a bit too long as this one gets tossed back in front off the pad of Berhart. Friars trying to clear the zone as it's kept in by the Tigers. Agafonov has a man on the far wing, fanned on by Collins. And then the one-timer on the second attempt misses for Agafonov. So an unsuccessful sequence there to begin the power play for the Tigers. Monteleone and St. Anthony trying to kill off as much clock as possible as Agafonov runs into Gavin Cotta and earns him a trip to the sin bin. And the chattering continues between those two, while Agafonov sits in the box. So it negates the power play for Northport Huntington, and it's back to 4-on-4 hockey for 1 minute and 16 seconds. And we'll definitely have to keep a close eye on those two tonight. So we've already got a glimpse of each of them. In the first period, both of them delivering heavy body blows, and so that will be something. We'll have to wonder if it's going to carry over once Agafonov gets out of the box and this game further goes on. While we ponder on that, St. Anthony's is able to escape and push back in. Gerard Nealon delaying. Nealon feeds it in front. Can't make the connection here. It stays alive in the zone. D'Andrea from a tough angle just misconnects. Back to the point. St. Anthony's working at the top. Valenti. Far feed in front. Chipped away on the cancellation by Savaglio as he directs traffic on the ice. He is the mouthpiece tonight for Northport Huntington, with the captain Tyler Paragallo absent. And for the final 40 seconds, this will be a power play for the Tigers as this one gets chipped in front. Couldn't make its way on goal. St. Anthony's doing everything they can to deteriorate the Tigers' chances. And there's a man who almost gets out of the zone by the name of Nicholas D'Andrea. Billy Collins trying to fly back towards the goal. Doesn't succeed there. D'Andrea switching gears. Nicholas D'Andrea tried to go wide and get past the Tigers, but it didn't work. And neither did this power play for St. Anthony's. Both teams unsuccessful on the man advantage tonight. Here's Brown. Brown knocked off the puck there. Savaglio. Ryan Collins feeds it ahead, and this one just gets a piece of the blade for Norris, or Totora, as Michael Agafonov gets knocked down to the ice, draws a penalty, and this will put St. Anthony's back on the penalty kill. Northport Huntington returns to power play. Interference is the call here. And it's going against Dylan Smith. Another chance here for the Tigers to redeem themselves. And possibly yet maybe tie this game up at 1. We'll just have to see what's in store here for this latest trip to the power play. Here's Savaglio, or pardon me, Billy Collins busting in. Collins slamming on the brakes, feeds it back to the point. Savaglio over to Collins. Collins through traffic there, rebound, Belts able to pick it up. Another chance in front, and it ricochets off a body and out of play. That one may have gotten a piece Castiglione bending over there in some minor discomfort. Plenty of travel hockey weaponry on the ice for the Tigers as this one gets cleared out of the zone by the Friars. Here comes Collins. Back in the zone. Drops this one in deep. Moving down low to get it. Belt. Got it in front. And almost connected. But no one was home. Kata. Eliminating some precious time here on the Tigers' power play. As they face their final 50 seconds on the main advantage. Belt. Progressing back in the zone. Blake Belt walks in with a chance, couldn't get that one on net. Belt staying with it. Belt far side. A nice feed in front, almost finished off beautifully by a Gaffinoff. Another chance, pinballed back, and then it gets stolen away. Brady Monteleone just missing there. Ryan Collins, what a good back-checking play to nullify that chance. That was further stopped by Schubert. Ryan Collins back on the offense, finds his brother Billy. Billy back to Ryan. Ryan through traffic, just missing the deflection in front provided by Tortora. And another chance just misses again. Flown back in front. They'll be recollected by St. Anthony's. Mancini with a toss ahead, just missing the stick of Smith as Northport Huntington tries to regroup. They do so quickly. Tortora throws it into the corner. Collins not there to grab it in time. As Ioannidis spikes this one back to Billy Collins. Collins fires, blocked there in front by Mancini, or pardon me, Cochran, running into traffic in the zone. Cipolli plays it to the near side. Here's Thomas Colavecchio, re-engaging. Plays it across Dylan Smith in close quarters with Colavecchio, pardon me, D'Andrea. And Gaffinoff finishes with the body check on Colavecchio, who's back to his feet. Here comes Brown with a chance into the catching glove at Berhardt. Play is stopped. Little under 3.5 to go here in the second, and which has been a quiet yet close hockey game in which St. Anthony's has provided us with the only goal so far. Similar to what it was on Monday, St. Anthony's won by a small margin, winning 3-0 over Ward Melville. Heavy collision there, and that's going to result in a penalty. Joseph Beckman went flying as he collided with Joseph Marcusada, and Marcusada is handed the worst of that one. So he'll sit for 2 minutes, putting Northport Huntington back on the main advantage. And as we talked about at the top of the broadcast, if St. Anthony's wants to stay consistent, getting back to championship form, then they have to avoid taking penalties. And that has been a reoccurring theme here tonight, giving Northport Huntington endless amounts of power play opportunities. Ironically, though, St. Anthony's has staved off the Tigers. And now we have players in the back mixing it up. No call. Robert Savaglio offering his frustration to the head official as he was being roughed up by Damon Valenti, the former Suffolk Ice Wolf. But for St. Anthony's, it's crucial for them not to take any penalties in order to stay on this hot streak. That has gone well for them these last few weeks. Nicholas DeAndrea flying back into the zone, but can't make the play there. Final 50 seconds on the man advantage from Northport Huntington. Their fourth power play in the night as this one gets blocked in front. Play back to the points of Aguilera. One-timer skipping just off the pad of Burhart as Billy Collins takes control, flips it back to the point. On it over it goes by Savaglio to Collins through traffic, just missing. The deflection in front was Gapanov, who gets physical down low. Another chance just sauced wide of the net by Ryan Collins. Savaglio chips it to the far side. Gapanov trying to settle things down, try to play it behind his back, and doing that led to this convection of players in the corner. Michael Gafanov, Blake Belt among the players in that convection. And that does not help the Tigers. As it killed off the rest of the time for the power play. Here, in the late parts of the second, score! Seconds after the power play expires, Blake Belt notches home the equalizer. It's 1-1. And just like that, we got a hockey game. As Cole Belt's younger brother, Blake, picks up the tying goal late in the second. Here's Nealon on his horse. Nealon trying to get through traffic. This one gets to the net. Castiglione has it, feeds it across in close quarters, chance in front, deflected on goal, just missing the glove of Schubert. Another chance, Castiglione fans on it for a moment, keeps it in the zone as Smith goes after Morandi. Tigers get it back, and that will kill off all the time left in the period as Ryan Collins and Dominic Castiglione converge. Nothing happens there. 1-1 now after 2 periods of play. Coming up at the conclusion of this matchup, it's a battle between 2 playoff contenders as the West Islip Lions go head-to-head with the Middle Country Cougars for the second time this season. Middle Country aiming to bounce back from Sunday night's heartbreaking loss, which featured the return of Thomas Konkowski in a 4-goal extravaganza, helping Sachem get over 500. And for Middle Country, a win for them tonight would be big and keep them alive in 8th place. So they stand just one spot ahead of West Islip. But just a game in hand over them. Middle Country, despite having a record of 3-10, because the loss came in overtime, they were able to get that extra point. That extra point is the little advantage they need right now to stay ahead of West Islip. But tonight is going to be a very important matchup. And we'll have the action for you in a few right here on LI Sports Network. That's if these two teams don't send it to the late nights of overtime. Gafanov just missing there. Rebound side of the goal. Everyone hacking away at it, and it's stopped by Burhardt. Shots 24-20. St. Anthony's, as Northport Huntington has closed down the margin of shots on goal, in which St. Anthony's was ahead of them by miles after the first period of play, and here they are in just one period alone. The narrative has changed significantly. Here's Agapanov spinning this one back down low. Collins throws it in front, just missing the stick of Belts as this one soars into the glove of Burhardt. That one from Ryan Collins. Bounce to the near side. Smith tried to gather that one off the wall. Tigers closing into the goal. Agapanov there in tight as this one clears the zone. Morandi on his horse to grab it before Dylan Smith can get to it. Matthew Morandi feeds it ahead, but it's intercepted by the Friars. Nicholas DeAndrea fires off the shoulder of Schubert. Big save there, another chance, skipping in front. Double denial, score! Friars back in the lead. That relentless forechecking unit pays a heavy price for Northport Huntington as Dylan Smith picks up the go-ahead goal to make it a 2-1 game early in the third. Dylan Smith, one of the top goal getters of this Friars squad, with 8 on the year now. Giveaway and almost ending in disaster as Grisiak nearly stuffed that one home. Jablonski Castiglione entering the ice, entering on this latest shift for the Friars. Grisiak hounded there by Rutkowski. Mark Asada pinching in to help out. The former JV player, Mark Asada. And Grisiak in close quarters. Grisiak couldn't make something happen in the zone that time. As Ioannidis plays it across, Beckman trying to chase it down from Castiglione. Castiglione feeds it across. Sauce the head and almost got it perfectly on the stick of Griciak. He had to lean in to try to get a hold of it. So this one gets batted around in front. Castiglione towing the blue line, firing, blocked in front there by Savaglio. That big body stature of Robert Savaglio providing the Tigers with a much needed clear as St. Anthony's regroups quickly. Jablonski throws it in deep once more. Ryan Collins feeds it in close quarters. Here's Belts. Has the team's only goal tonight, which came in the late moments of the second. There he is, creating havoc inside the zone. As Cotter tries to turn away from Belts. Belts almost putting that one through his legs and back out in front as Brady Monteleone rushes in with a chance. Monteleone just sends it wide on the backhand try. A good job there by the Tigers, providing the back checking. Another save made. Schubert almost lost sight of it as play is stopped. Nearly. That one nearly. As this one stopped again by Schubert. Narrowly got a piece of Evan Schubert. Off the draw again, Blake Belt trying to navigate through pressure. St. Anthony's holding the Tigers off there. Agafonov looking to turn and burn. Michael Agafonov just sending it wide over the net. Friars trying to gather it back in the other way. Anthony Colavecchio in front. Monteleone save. Schubert rebound pushed aside. St. Anthony's again resetting. Can't do it there cleanly. They'll try again. High toss off the glass. And this one will skitter towards the crease. And Ioannidis will take a hold of it. Feeding it ahead. Agafonov chipping this one in deep. That one got deflected in deep, I should say. Northport, Huntington going for a line change. This one gets fed off the boards ahead. And Schubert will push it aside for Morandi, who sends this one off the boards. Agafonov trying to pull back as Colavecchio steals it from him. Nice interception there. Michael Agafonov. Teammates alongside of him. Far wing feed, just missing the stick of Beckman. Billy Collins trying to preserve the chance for the Tigers. St. Anthony's doing everything they can to escape the zone as this one hits the side of that rebound. Wraparound try just missing for Billy Collins as Morandi tries to keep the Friars at bay. Colavecchio down low. D'Andrea can't finish. Big as Schubert makes the stop. Shots 32-22 with St. Anthony's. Northport, Huntington. Hanging in there, hanging tough. They try to get something to go to put the pressure back on St. Anthony's. Friars relentless down low. Cochran at the top, throws it in front, just deflected wide there. Griciak, or pardon me, Marcasada rushing over. This one couldn't be cleared out. Sipley through traffic. This one ricochets off a skate in front. It was Griciak almost providing the deflection as the Tigers come roaring back in the zone with another chance. Can't get something to go there. Cochran flips it out of the zone. Ioannidis couldn't play it back ahead. Here's Cochran. Dylan Cochran sends it wide. Michael Terry Taps this one to the near wall. This one couldn't be cleared out. Grisiak stuffs it down low once more. Michael Terry almost unloading on his man. And Terry gets a chance, just sending that one wide. Cochran back at the point. Grisiak tried to flip it back to Cochran, couldn't do it that time. Marcus Sada running into traffic. Tigers with the possession. Friars get it back, Sipoli. Now Cochran flips it ahead, connecting almost with Terry. Almost connected with Terry as Totora plays it to the near side. Collins looking. Ryan Collins staying on the gas. Collins protecting. Agafonov in the picture again with Collins. Billy Collins just denied there by Berhardt. Thrown in deep by the Friars. Schubert elects not to cover it up. Friars with another chance. Down low. Monteleone, far side. Cotta just missing that one. Jablonski at the point with Castiglione. Nealon moves down low. Nealon couldn't gather that one up carefully as Northport Huntington gets it back. But Cotta rushes back quickly to steal it from the Tigers. St. Anthony's, though, having trouble making something happen. Michael Agafonov not letting off the Friars as the Tigers try to get even with St. Anthony's. Once again, two players on the Friars descend to the ice as St. Anthony's resets. Wrapped off the boards. Monteleone gathers it. Save Schubert. The glove gets there at the right time for Evan Schubert with 6 minutes to play. Flipped ahead. Colavecchio almost got a hold of that one. Here's Dylan Smith feeding this one down low. Nicholas D'Andrea controlling. D'Andrea tried to connect back with Thomas Colavecchio. Here's Anthony Colavecchio through traffic, denied by Schubert. Another clear phased by the Friars. Now Northport Huntington almost getting it out. St. Anthony's keeping it in. Thomas Colavecchio saves Schubert. Michael Agafonov turning on the Jets, trying to get to it as Valenti controls it. Flipped across, and D'Andrea has it. Almost lost it. Now it is turned over. Tigers back in the zone. Chance from distance, save made by Berhardt. Savaglio with a chip ahead as Colavecchio takes a hold of it again. Thomas Colavecchio firing, popped in the air off the pad of Schubert and pushed aside, and this will result in a penalty. And it's going against Northport Huntington. And we'll see what the reason for that is. The referees discussing. James Ioannidis seems to be a man that was being ushered to the box. Meanwhile, everyone having a friendly chat. Despite being rivals, a lot of these players, most notably Billy Collins, Michael Agafonov, part of that Junior Islanders organization alongside Brady Monteleone and Gerard Nealon. And we'll see what the ruling is here. Right now we have a brief delay, so there isn't an exact confirmation whether or not there is a penalty being signaled here. Doesn't appear to be the case, as all 5 Tigers remain on the ice. And the same for St. Anthony's. And everyone's happy. So we stay 5-aside. Here's Agafonov. Michael Agafonov from distance, pad save Berhart. Castiglione. Dominic Castiglione flips this one to the near side. And back in comes Brady Monteleone. One man to beat. It's Robert Savaglio. Great play. Robert Savaglio holding off the PAL Junior Islanders forward. Monteleone. But it couldn't be cleared out of the zone. Nealon. Monteleone couldn't make a play happen down low. Jablonski at the point. Castiglione. Nealon again. Knifes it in front. Now Cotta picks it up. Gavin Cotta controlling. Working near the wall. Finds Nealon. Looking for Monteleone. Monteleone couldn't get that one to go as he was tied up in front. Savaglio connects with Belt. Here's Blake Belt. Belt gets by Castiglione. Belt still under pressure. Belt, far side chance as it bounces around inside the zone. Tigers have to pull back. St. Anthony's has it again. Flips back in the zone by the Tigers. For icing. And you just have to wonder when the timeout will be called. When a timeout will be called here by Northport Huntington. You have to think it's coming sooner than later. This one rings off the iron for Cochran. St. Anthony's not letting off the gas here. Sipoli flips it in deep, and Colavecchio tried to carry that one past the defense to no avail. Tortura trying to get by, muscled to the ice that time by Cochran, and it's flipped away by Smith, but not out of the zone. Tigers trying to get back to the net as St. Anthony's comes up with the possession again. Here come the Friars back in the zone. Dylan Smith looking to exude some deception there. Almost did it as Colavecchio scores! 3-1, a pair for Thomas Colavecchio. Was that the silencer? Tigers not giving up as that one was scrambled around inside the zone. Brian Berhart's out of position. Northport Huntington, oh, look out. Marcus Sada leveled by his own man, Griciak. But the Friars progress towards the goal with another chance. Griciak trying to find it and release one on net. He's held off there for the time being, throws the body in the zone. Everyone getting aggressive. Oh, we got a tussle. Oh, and an extra slash by James Ioannidis, and that, no doubt, will result in heavy ramifications. So Griciak sent to the box. Ioannidis also in the box. Offsetting penalties. And luckily for James Ioannidis, that extra swing of the stick did not earn him an ejection. Gaffinoff, a minute and a half to go. Off the boards again. St. Anthony's coming right back in. Save Schubert. The chances coming in dozens, in a baker's dozens for St. Anthony's. As they lead 38-26 in shots on goal. Another chance, Billy Collins' save made by Berhardt as we get more jousting and chattering between Gavin Cotta and the Tigers as a timeout is called. And it will be made here by Northport Huntington. Evidently with the Tigers trailing by 2 goals with little time left in the game, this 4-game losing streak is about to turn going to turn into 5 as Northport Huntington has seemingly fallen back one position after another in the varsity standings. By the time this one is over, their record will fall to 4-9-1. Just one better than Middle Country and West Iceland, who too will try to pick up their 4th win of the season. Net empty for Northport Huntington. Another chance in front, scramble. Everyone on top of that one. No one able to put it home. In the zone, Savaglio just sending this one wide of the net. Billy Collins in the corner. And it's cleared down the ice, just missing the net by a wide margin as Blake Brown and Nicholas Sawamia have a few words. Dylan Smith can't get the empty net goal there. Time runs out, and St. Anthony's defeats Northport Huntington for the 2nd time this season. As the Tigers' losing streak extends by another game, now at 5, as the 2 teams meet at center ice for handshakes and positive pleasantries. Northport Huntington falling to 4-9-1, while St. Anthony's becomes the 2nd team in the varsity division this season to record 10 victories. Their record 10-4 as they jump ahead and will move to second place right behind Kings Park Comac, with Smithtown Hauppauge and East Islip both sharing the same record of 9-3-1. So that does it here for the first of two matchups on Wednesday night varsity. Coming up, West Islip, Middle Country, right here on LI Sports Network. To our current audience, we say so long, good night, and we'll see you next time. To our new audience or anyone that's sticking around, I'll see you very soon.